All right, welcome. This is Brian Johnson, and this is another episode of Under the Canopy. This is the podcast where we talk about all things Amazon advertising and marketing. Now, as you know, each month, of course, right now it's February. I'm going to be going over January's new releases from Amazon as far as their advertising platform. I'm also going to go through something new, which I think you're going to like a lot if you're an advertiser on Amazon, and that is Brian's top picks as far as keyword or search term opportunities where there's a great opportunity in order to run offensive ads. I'll get into that here at the end. Let's go ahead and jump into this month's review as far as what Amazon released in Amazon advertising for January 2022. Of course, it's February right now, and we always look a month back. So let me go ahead and zoom in here. So jumping right in here, for those of you who have not met me before, I look forward to meeting you in person, hopefully maybe at a conference, for instance. Certainly, introduce yourself. I would love to have a conversation with you. But my name is Brian Johnson. I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing e-commerce for about 14 years, last 7 on Amazon. And I had the privilege, yes, it actually has been a privilege, of being able to help over 20,000 brands sell over $1 billion. It's technically about $1.7 billion now on Amazon. And a lot of it has to do with the community I created, the tools that I created, the training that I created, as well as, of course, the advertising and the ad strategies, ad marketing strategies that I've created over the years. I've certainly have enjoyed this space, and I've got a high passion for it. And as you'll see in some of my videos, if you check out my YouTube channel, for instance, love to have a conversation with you anytime you've got questions. I've always been there for the community and try to help whenever I can. Let's go ahead and jump in here, get past some of this stuff you can always read. It is actually a light month for Amazon advertising and marketing as far as new releases, as far as in January 2022. Some of the ones that we've got here that we can take a closer look at is, in general, the advertising console inside of Seller Central introduced a couple of things that make it more easy to have virtual assistants, a team or staff on your team in order to be able to manage ads, or of course, work with an agency like mine over at Canopy Management in order to give them the right level of access that they need in order to do their job when it comes to the Amazon advertising console. So that includes as far as the ability to have view-only access in account and manager accounts. If you haven't set up a manager account, you can certainly do that through your advertising console or what they call campaign manager. And that's a great way to limit what people, so it's a view only view for those who want to maybe audit your account or need to have limited access. Of course, the ability to view and manage third-party applications with access to your ad account. It sounds like it's been there for a while, but it actually has been enhanced in order to show more detail of where those third-party applications are actually accessing advertising data. So that's actually the essential difference there, which is great to know. And then, of course, Amazon went and they upgraded, long overdue. Thank God. Thank you, Amazon, for upgrading this. The bulk operations report is now bulk operations version 2. They call it a beta if you are in your Seller Central and then your advertising console or campaign manager. There is a section on the left-hand menu, if you're using the new navigation, where you can look at either sponsored products or you can look at, I should say campaign manager, or you can look at bulk operations. And you can actually select the beta if your account has that. Currently, I know for sure it's available throughout North America and Europe. I'm not sure if it's available throughout all locations worldwide. Usually it's not, but it'll get there. Some of the things that they introduced in that bulk operations version 2.0 includes adding in, long overdue, so sponsored display functionality. Is, first of all, the sponsored display actually shows correctly now. Before, if you recall, there was 4 tabs, I should say. There's the overall portfolio. The second one is sponsored product ads. Third one is sponsored brand ads, and the fourth one is sponsored display ads. And oftentimes, you'd know, the sponsored display ads would come back empty or partial, or it just wasn't useful, right? You could use it reliably for reading, doing analytics, as well as making updates in bulk for your sponsored product ads, but it wasn't reliable for your sponsored brand or sponsored display ads. Now it does appear to be reliable and actually fully updated. And in fact, they've added in some additional things as far as being able to display, like, so for instance, with sponsored brands, they've introduced the ability as far as product targeting functionality, campaign creation, including sponsored brand video. You can do that through your bulk operations. pretty cool for those of you who are very hands-on and like to work with the spreadsheets. I know certainly my team likes that as well. It is a very efficient way of doing some bulk changes, especially to a larger catalog. It's great for that. Simple things that they just added on, which are kind of nice to have, is the ability to simply edit campaign names and ad groups in bulk. That was always troublesome in the past, and now it's a lot easier to do that. And of course, inclusion of all the features that are available through the Amazon Ads API. For those who don't know, who haven't developed applications through Amazon's ad data interface or API, the API always had more features and functionality than what was even available through Campaign Manager. Great for software developers, not so good for those early adopters who are still using Campaign Manager. But now you can actually see some of these things, as far as all the additional features and all the fields through bulk operations, which is kind of cool. Some of the other ones that they've included now is cost per click, conversion rate, and ROAS metrics, which is kind of cool. Just kind of some additional things that you normally have to do the calculations yourself. Usually not a big deal, but if you're dealing with a lot of records, you don't want to have to take one more step just to set up your workbook. The processing time has gotten faster, which is kind of cool. The number formatting, I believe that's more for international number formatting. Has gotten a little cleaner, so hopefully that's going to work a little bit better. And then, of course, when you make mistakes or you have trouble uploading your bulk operations, the error message are a little less cryptic, a little bit more insightful, so that you can actually take action and fix the problem faster. I can't tell you how many threads that I am involved inside of the Facebook groups, including Amazon PPC troubleshooting, where it's like, okay, why am I getting this error? Well, hopefully the new errors will, the new error messages will be a little clearer. All right. As far as sponsored product ads, nothing for January 2022. As far as sponsored brand ads, nothing again. And for sponsored display ads, yes, they actually did update a little bit here. Now you can add in new sponsored display campaigns into a portfolio, which is kind of nice for organization and just kind of ease of grouping those together. Demand side platform, again, they made a lot of changes, as you may recall from my recent State of the Union address. I went through a lot of changes that were made in 2021 across all the different ad types, including a whole bunch that went into demand side platform or DSP. But in January, they went quiet on us again. So hopefully February and March, we'll see some new features and functionality that roll out. Now, Amazon Experiments, okay, no, nothing yet. As much as I wish that Amazon Experiments would step up and you could have more granular data and be able to test things like bullet points, that would be awesome. But no, not yet, not there yet. Just a quick step here before I jump into that new topic that I'm going to be talking about as far as some of the featured opportunities for search terms. I'm going to hand these to you, and I'll even give you my full list for those of you who comment on the video, wherever you're watching this video today. But just so you know, this Under the Canopy podcast, of course, is sponsored by my agency, Canopy Management, and we have a phenomenal track record of making category kings and queens with our partners. That's what we call our clients, is our partners, because we work directly with them. And our track record, as you can see, we've got a great track record. So if that is something where you have considered, you feel like you're ready to level up your business, and you feel like you've had a great year and you want to make sure you accelerate that in 2022, be sure and reach out to us. Give yourself a second opinion about how you're doing, what you may be missing, so that at least you can make some corrections. If there's an opportunity and a good fit for us to work together, cool. If not, just take the information you get and run with it and have a better year either way. It's a win-win for you. You can go out to bit.ly/grow Amazon and get that set up. You're not really setting anything up. You're simply just requesting, hey, I want an audit. Hook me up. Brian sent me. All right. So let me go ahead and, sorry, forgot about this. Once again, as we usually are, is Canopy Management is hiring. If you know somebody, we have things in positions open in the technical field as far as the development team. We've got sales. We've got human resources. We have definitely a few positions in our marketing team. We have a couple of positions in within our PPC teams, and those are virtual positions. We are based out of Austin, Texas, but we do have staff and offices worldwide. And so if you work remotely and you have experience, or you know somebody who has experience already, we're not doing any interns or beginner training programs as far as our staff. We look to hire the best of the best. And so if you think you know somebody, or if that's you, be sure and check out some of the openings we've got. We'd love to hear from you and have that conversation, because we love building our team. Now, let's get into that last piece that I was kind of teasing you about, and that is we're going to call it, for a better lack of a better term. So I do actually want you to help me. Do me a favor, actually, in the comments of the video. So this is kind of a win-win here, right? So you're going to help me, I'm going to help you. So I'm going to share with you a list of some brand analytic terms that present a unique opportunity, and I'll explain those here. But what I want you to comment, either say, like, send me the list or whatever you want. Send me the picks of the month. Cool. I'll go ahead and send those over to you, the full list. There's like 35,000 out of the top million search terms. And so there's a lot of opportunity for you. I'm sure you could narrow it down to find where your category fits in. Now, let me go ahead and switch over. So what you're looking at here is a quick sample here. I'll go and scroll down a little bit. But what I've taken is, for the month of January 2022, I've taken the top million search terms on Amazon from Brand Analytics, and I have cut them down and did a little bit of math on them, just kind of a little trickery here, to look at, of course, search frequency rank is simply just like the lower that number is in Valentine's Day gifts for her is ranked number 26, which means it has a ton of traffic in January. As you can imagine, with Valentine's Day coming up here in the States. And the top 3 click share is essentially summarizing the top 3 products that show up, how many got a lot of click share. In other words, I have filtered this, so it only shows the ones where the top 3 got more than 20% of the click share. In other words, they got more than they deserved, maybe, right? They got a lot of the click share. But on the second part of this is the top 3 conversion share. So if the total sales that occurred for that search term, what I'm looking at is 10% or less. So the opposite here, 10% of less actually converted. Here's the opportunity that creates. When you have a product that shows up for a popular search term, as it would anything that's in a top million search term in Brand Analytics, for a popular search term, and gets that click from shoppers, but then fails to convert them to a sale, as these have, that is a great opportunity for you to put your product targeting ad onto their listing. If you've got search terms that are relevant to your particular product and your product niche, these products are a great opportunity for you to get your ad running in front of a product listing that is pulling in a ton of traffic away from your other competitors, but is blowing it when it comes to actually converting. Now, if you think that your product can convert just as well, or perhaps better, on that particular search term, then this, without a doubt, is an opportunity for you. I've also narrowed this down just to kind of limit the results of a word count of the phrase of between 3 and 6. That's usually my sweet spot to say. It's like, okay, it's not too generic, not too competitive. It's a little bit somewhere in the mid to long tail. In other words, it's a little bit more descriptive. And here's some examples on this. Things like Valentine's Day gifts for her. Obviously, that's pretty generic. Okay, so in those cases, something that generic, a shopper is going through and they're just kind of hunting around for ideas. One of the things I was showing my wife last night was how the number one term is gifts for women. So actually, no, that was for December. So for December, the number one term was gifts for women. The number 4 term was gifts for men. It usually points to the fact that couples are probably not that creative as far as gift giving. It's like, okay, I just need ideas here. But like I say, on the second one here, diamond painting kits. That's pretty specific with a massive search volume that's going in there. Huge amount of click through. It's going to, in other words, traffic is being focused or funneled into the top 3. 62% of that traffic, in fact, is getting, as far as of the clicks, are getting funneled to the top 3 products being shown in Brand Analytics. However, they're sucking wind as far as converting them. 4% conversion based off of, off the clicks that they're getting. So that's a huge opportunity. If you sell anything related to diamond painting kits, you absolutely need to be going in, looking at brand analytics and targeting the top 3 products that are showing up there that are just blowing it as far as conversion, pulling in a ton of traffic, but then blowing it. Now, some of these are going to have perhaps a brand name where somebody's clicking through because they want to purchase from a brand name, and maybe the top 3 that are getting clicks are not that brand. That's an example. Other ones include ones where you may not have an opportunity to run the ads, or you're not in that competitive space. Usually things as far as like TV shows and movies, you can see some of these that I've crossed out here: Wheel of Time, How I Met Your Mother, etc. But there's plenty of other ones here. Kind of scroll down here a little bit here. Eyebrow stamp stencil kit, roller skates for women. Let's see here. Skin tag remover. Let's see here. Disposable face mask. Seems kind of odd. They're probably just shopping for a ton of them, but cup holder expander for car. So there's a whole bunch of these. In fact, even though I've got it limited down, so it's showing click share above 20%, conversion share below 10%, and word count between 3 and 6 out of the top million terms, there is, let's see here, 34,489 opportunities for you to grind through. So you can probably find an opportunity or a couple of opportunities that are the low-hanging fruit. Great opportunity for you to steal some customers from products that are failing to convert a bunch of traffic that they're getting. That is a great opportunity for a sponsored product targeting ad, sponsored brand, product targeting ad, sponsored display, product targeting ad. Sponsored product, sponsored display actually would be your 2 on that one that you would go after as far as a product targeting ad. DSP, of course, if you got access to that, that would be another opportunity too. Anyway, so those are, I can send you this list. Again, comment on the video and I will go ahead and share that with you. I appreciate you joining me today. Go ahead and scroll back out here. If you are not already, I certainly encourage you to join me on my YouTube channel at bit.ly, and BRJ YouTube is the link to get over to my YouTube channel. So go ahead and check it out. Make sure you leave your comments so that I can send you this month's picks as far as Brian's picks of January for those brand analytics target opportunities. I'm Brian Johnson. I hope you have a fantastic month. Take care, everybody.